Let's have some beer.
Are you buzzed a little bit?
He is buzzed.
We're supposed to say, let's have some beer. So welcome to today's show of Let's Have Some Beer. So this is actually a bonus episode where we're gonna do a little taste of some beer and let you know what we think. And so I'm John and this is...
I'm Jeff.
I'm Justin.
And today we are actually trying Sudwerk Brewing's Rye of the Lager. Now, this beer has a fantastic bottle design. I'm really excited to see what goes into this beer. It's a 7.0% ABV. It's said that it's very hop forward, and their main hop varieties are gonna be Mosaic, Amarillo, and Simcoe. So I'm expecting some citrus notes, maybe a little bit of floral in there as well. All right, guys, so are we ready to give this beer a shot?
Yes, we are.
All right, let's have some beer. Okay guys, so Rye of the Lager, we're gonna try it out. Cheers.
Cheers.
Very strong malt presence, again.
You smell the rye.
Definitely
It's like a rye bread. Like smells like a Jewish deli almost.
Yeah.
How many Jewish delis are you going to, man?
All the good ones. Which ones aren't you going to?
Oh yeah.
Definitely smells
flavors.
like a rye bread, for sure.
Yeah.
Hop?
The hop flavor. Get into that beer.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
piney, citrusy, good hoppy goodness.
Yes, you do.
But it's balanced.
It's very well balanced. Very well balanced. To me, it's funny because the aroma, it's giving me these malty aromas. I'm not getting a huge hop presence in the actual aroma, but once you dig into the beer, I mean, my palate is filled with hop flavors for sure.
Yeah.
Super bitter throughout.
Yep.
And like you said, Justin, I mean, a lot of citrus notes, a lot of piney notes, a little earthiness to it too, like grass or like dirt or
Dirty,
something like that. Yeah.
That's what you always want.
Well, like not like a bad dirt. It's like like earthy. I don't know how to explain it. Like not
Of
like
the earth.
not like you're eating a handful of dirt. But the amount of hops that's in here, I mean, the amount of hop flavor that you're getting out of this beer, it's still extremely well balanced with those malts. You can tell that the malts kick in to offset all the hops, so it's not overpowering your palate.
It's 7%, 70 IBUs, and it's well within that realm. If anything, it's actually a little. The beer performs a little bit under what its alcohol content is. I mean, it tastes like it probably could be 5 or 6 if you were to guess at it. But it's lovely as far as the balance goes. And it does this nice little thing where you're expecting malts when you drink it because of the aroma. You're getting hops, and then when you're expecting hops, you're not getting hops on the aroma, but you're getting it in the taste. It's a lovely juxtaposition.
Yeah.
As far as the beer goes, and then you're getting that lovely rye flavor all throughout the flavor and the aroma, which is delicious.
I agree. So you definitely get the malty smell minus the hops. So the aroma is very malty. It's a beautiful color as well.
Yeah, beautiful amber color.
And then as soon as you taste, you get that hit of the hops and the bitterness, and it follows all the way through the finish. You know, and it actually lingers just a little bit with you as well.
The other thing is the body is perfect, I think. It's not too light. It's not like a stone weighing you down like some ryes would be. It's just the perfect amount. It's like, I feel it in my stomach, but I don't feel like, oh my God, I'm getting weighed down by this.
Yeah.
Right. It's just perfect.
It's got a lot of flavor, but it's not heavy bodied.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I know we've talked about it enough. Let's start scoring it. Aroma. John, how do you like the aroma?
Well, you know, I love the malty smell. I love malts. That's just kind of my deal, right? And so I would definitely say that based on this aroma and the malt and the sugar that I can smell within it, I would definitely give it an 8. So, what about you, Jeff?
So I would agree with John, actually. I'm probably gonna give this one an 8, maybe a 7. The only reason why I'm gonna give it a 7 is because I'm looking at the label. I see this jungle tiger creature, and you know, it says it's very hop forward. It's got some really good hop varieties in there. I'm looking for the Simcoe, I'm looking for the Mosaic and that aroma, and I'm not getting it. So that would be the only reason why I'd put it a 7. But at the end of the day, if I'm judging this off of beer and what it is and what I'm smelling, the rye, the biscuitness, the breadiness, the doughiness, everything that you're getting out of that aroma is clean, it's crisp, and it's potent. Like, you can really smell this beer, so I gotta give it an 8. Justin?
Yeah, for me, I kind of have to go in that 7-8 range as well. It's not the loveliest thing that we've ever smelled in a beer glass, and it's not utter swine. It's this bready, biscuity, malty, rye, bready goodness. I think the perfect way I said it was, I stuck my head into a Jewish deli. That's what it smells like to me. You know, you're getting a little bit of the biscuity, the rye, the maltiness. You're not getting any, or almost no hops. So it's that nice little, you know, nice bakery smells. And is it the most refined and the most pure smells or aromas that you get off of those beers? No, but it's a solid for what it is, and that's why you kind of have to go. I'd go 7.5, 7.5. If I had to choose a round number, probably I'd lean more towards 7, just because it's not the ultimate pure. Oh my God, I'm right there. It's inspired by a Jewish deli.
Okay, so with 7.5 aroma, what are we doing for taste?
For taste, that's where I think this really comes into its own. Because as much as I want to say 7.5 for aroma, I think I have to go 8.5 for taste. It is delicious. The rye is there, but it's not overpowering as like some rye beers would be. You're getting the hops, you're getting the lightness, the medium body, the rye, the malts. Everything's there. Everything's balanced. Everything's tasty. But it just misses the wow factor. It's solid, but it's not. Oh my God, I have to tell you guys about this awesome beer that I had. It's just a solid beer, and that's what it is, which is not a bad thing. It's just not spectacular. Jeff?
So, for me, when I dig into the flavor, you know, you get the malts on the aroma, but once you actually get into this beer, you're getting all hops, and you're getting some of my favorite hop varieties. Now, I'm not getting a lot of the citrus notes, like for example, Mosaic. Typically, you're gonna get like the mango, grapefruit, that kind of flavor. I'm not getting any of that. It's more piney, more earthy, more grassy, which actually I think blends pretty well with these malts. And the big thing to point out is how beautifully balanced it is. With the amount of hops that's in this, it balances so well with those malts that we're picking up in the aroma that it just melds beautifully. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it's fantastic. I think it's got a great flavor to it. The hops does linger on my tongue a little bit longer than like what I would like. This is kind of a beer that you wouldn't be able to, you know, switch out with a different beer later on. You basically gotta stick to this one the whole night or whole day or whatever. But all the same, still a good beer. I'd give it an 8.
John?
That was kind of creepy.
That was a little creepy. So,
Children of the Corn, coming soon.
you know what? I'm gonna have to go with Jeff on this. It's definitely a 8 on the flavor scale and on the taste scale. You know, the aroma is beautiful. It's malty, and then, you know, I take a sip. I get all that hops, you know, and I get the bitterness. Maybe I can't distinguish between all the different hops, but it's definitely flavorful enough that I wouldn't give it less than an 8. but it's not flavorful enough to give it more than an 8. And so I would definitely have to say that it's an 8. It's an 8 on the taste.
Solid. All right, so now the real question is, would you buy it again? Justin?
Would I buy it again? If I was in the mood for a rye beer, if I was in the mood for an IPL, it's one of those, I kind of have to lean towards no. As much as I think this is a great beer and great for what it is it for me? No. I would reach for a lot of different things before I would reach for this. That being said, if you're a rye fan, if you're an IPL fan, or if you're a fan that likes, you know, good earthy malts or any type of rye stuff, this is definitely a beer you need to check out. But as far as my personal taste go, I'm gonna be reaching for some other stuff in the aisle. Jeff?
So I would kind of agree with Justin. For me, I don't know if I would say no, I don't know if I would say yes. I think it's gonna depend on my mood. If I was shopping for a beer and I was looking for something specific and I saw this sitting on the shelf and I said I want a rye beer, I want a hoppy, earthy beer, this would probably be right up my alley. I would totally go for it. Is it something that I would seek out actively? Probably not. It doesn't really fall into the realm of the types of beers that I normally enjoy. It is a good beer for what it is. It's just not my necessarily like, it's not my jam. But it's still a good beer. Would I buy it again? It's like a yes and a no. I would say a maybe. How about that?
Depends.
I would maybe buy this beer again. Maybe. John?
So, for me, as I was drinking this beer, I was actually imagining sitting at a bar, watching a baseball game or watching a football game on the TV, and sipping on this beer while I watch the game. It's not really a beer that I would be like, all right, give me another and give me another and give me another, right, at the bar. But maybe I have like 2, and I just sip on it. I just enjoy it. So if I was at a bar and they had this beer bottled there at the bar, I would buy it. But will I go down to like my local Total Wine or my Bevmo and buy this beer? No, unfortunately not. I'm not gonna seek it out. I'm not gonna look for it. I'm not gonna try to get this beer because I must have this beer. That's just not what I'm feeling. So, but if it was available and I don't have to go anywhere for it, it's just there at the bar, totally would buy that beer.
All right, guys, so there you have it. So that's the verdict on Rye of the Lager IPL. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If there's a beer you'd like us to try, make sure that you leave it in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on Let's Have Some Beer. Cheers.
Cheers.